welcome back to Happily Book, the bookcast where two kindred spirits believe that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing as reading a good book and being able to talk about it. We're your hostesses, Brooke and
Bet.
I feel like I have to whisper since I don't have the headphones on. It's funny though, we've been doing this videos and it's like normal to not have the headsets on.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, if it's not a video, I have to have the headset on. And if I don't have the headset on, something's off. Not that I'm wearing it. Yeah. So, do you have any hauls?
Sort of. Let's see if I can remember everything. I got a microphone for my phone so I could record myself reading my book so I could post the audio, at which point I started recording and realized that there's a typo almost on page 1.
Oh, that's how you found that out.
Yes.
I gotcha.
And our friend Adam is so sweet and kind. And when I was telling him about it, he goes, "Oh, I just thought you were being fancy and that it was supposed to be some fancy word like document. And it was referring to women's dresses or something." And I was like, now how sweet of him to think that I'm smart and being using some fancy word.
I love that.
If only everyone else who read it.
You can just play it off like that.
See,
it was a typo.
I was reading it and I said, "The document."
That is so funny.
I
think you could probably. I'm sure there's a way to like
I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a second edition. I'm gonna go through. I have found some more typos.
You can change your cover too. You can add.
Yeah,
it's like a new.
Well, and I probably
revamp.
will. It's gonna be a revised edition.
Yeah.
My sister is already. She's the reason why I'm doing the audiobook.
Right.
Because
it's a great
she
idea.
Doesn't read, and she would like to listen to it because she wants to design a cover for my book.
Okay.
But she would like to have an idea of what the book is about if she's going to design a cover for it.
Right.
But she doesn't read. So anyway, so I got a microphone for my phone. And then I got Ella, what is the book?
Oh, Ballad of...
Yes, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
She's been reading that. She's like, "Mom, I think you really need to read this." I was like, "Well, maybe I will."
That's funny.
So she's got that book, and then it's been.
I can't wait for her to get the sunrise on the reaping.
She's excited about that too. It's been so long since I got my haul. I apologize, everybody. I didn't even write stuff down. I injured my back last week.
Yeah.
And so
that's been a ride.
I got a new tens unit machine. Because I
honestly thought you were holding an iPod.
That's hilarious. It does look like an iPod.
And then I saw it was connected to your arm and stuff, and I was like, wait.
I've been to the chiropractor 3 times.
Yeah. And
I have a 4th visit on Monday, this coming Monday. I hurt, but I don't hurt as bad today as I did. I had a really rough week. So if anyone wants to donate to the Rebecca to Call Fund, just kidding, guys. But
you want me to put your Cashapp in the show notes? I for sure will. It's for chiropractor visits.
And missed work.
And missed work. I almost couldn't say that word, chiropractor. I'm struggling over here.
And I had to go to a different chiropractor, and he's okay. He's nice. He's good. He's not my chiropractor, and she actually usually hooks me up to a TENS unit and then puts a heating pad on top of that and works that, and then she puts me on the water massage bed and then does the adjustment. He does put me on a water bed, and he does the adjustment, and actually, I mean, it's been working very well, but...
Don't we know a chiropractor?
He just graduated.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
I don't know. You're not saying he would...
I don't know. I talked to him about it because I'm supposed to go to the chiropractor once a month, and when we still work together, I had mentioned that to him. He goes, "I could be your chiropractor," but I think he lives on the north side of Atlanta.
Oh, really?
I think. He sent me his address because whenever I have another get-together at the house, he wants a cute little invitation like the first time I had the get-togethers. But I was just so desperate on Saturday, and I have a stick shift. Mm-hmm. So shifting gears, even just 10 minutes down the road to this chiropractor I found online,
it was rough.
I was miserable.
Of course, that's you're right-handed.
I'm right-handed. Yeah. It's my right shoulder, and oh my gosh, So I got a new tens unit machine. Sorry guys, this is a long haul and I apologize. And I got a new heating pad, 2 new heating pads, because I got one that's like a wet heating pad because he said that was the best kind. Because it's a second layer of muscles that's hurt, and the regular heating pad doesn't go deep into your muscles like the wet heating pad does. So I've been doing that, and
I didn't even know a wet heating pad existed.
it's just the ones that the old fashioned ones, you'd boil them on the stove, like before there were microwaves. This one you just put right in the microwave, and it steams it in the microwave. And so
I feel like
it's got like beans.
I was about to say it's like a corn warmer. It's like my mom has those.
Yes, kind of like.
So then I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it gets down in the muscle better. So I've been doing that, and what else do I have for my haul? I feel like I just got something else. Oh, I got costumes for something special we're gonna do on YouTube.
I love those pictures.
So we're still gonna do it, but obviously not until after Ricky figures out how to edit. However, next week we may do 2 recordings since it'll be earlier in the day than now. So you guys will get like a preview of what we're going to do with costumes on YouTube. So you should definitely be looking out for whenever we start posting on YouTube for some very fun things. And that's all I'm going to say about the costuming. But you'll figure out when you start listening and we start recording these special episodes, you'll be like, oh, that should be fun. So that's it. That's all I have as my haul.
I have a book that I've already sent you a picture of.
Yes, it's so pretty.
It is so pretty. I didn't know they made it this pretty. I have The Last Murder at the End of the World by Stuart Turton, who wrote The Devil in the Dark Water, which we did for like our second or so book club pick or whatever. I almost said book podcast. So I think it'll be really good. It doesn't seem quite as long as Devil in the Dark Water, so I don't know that one. I enjoyed it, once I eventually finished it, because that's the one I did not finish on time. But
that was shocking.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know what my problem was, but I do remember thinking it was a little like slower and drawn out. It kind of felt like it was still interesting and I liked it, but it was just slower. And I think when people think of murder mysteries, they think of a little bit quicker pace.
Yeah.
Not that I'm expecting this one to be slow or fast, but it has a pandemic-y. The world was destroyed by a fog, so that's what it says in the back. Pandemic-y, world-ending twist in it as well. So I'm eager to see what happens in that. And yeah, the cover is absolutely gorgeous. I might actually get back on Instagram and
I'm ready for us to have the YouTube videos, because that's going to be the easiest thing to just share on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should definitely put that on Instagram.
Yeah, it's a very pretty. I love the little I don't know if you'd say I said stenciled edges when I texted you, but I don't think that's right. But
there's a girl on Instagram who does stuff like that with books.
Yeah.
And she's awesome.
Yeah, the one that paints them. I've seen her some of her videos. Really cool.
I wish I was talented like that.
Me too. I wish I could figure something simple out, like a video editing.
What else do you have over there?
Not really any haul stuff.
Okay.
I don't think. Let me look on my Kindle app real quick. I don't know why I bring my actual Kindle down. It's quicker to just pull it up on my phone if I'm going to just talk about it like this. Oh no, I do. I don't think I ever talked about this. I downloaded a book or purchased a book. It's Kindle Unlimited, so I downloaded it. And it's called The Apocalypse 7 by Jean Doucette. Sorry if I'm saying that name wrong. I barely have any idea what this book is about, but it was on Kindle Unlimited. The cover looks cool. The title is intriguing. So I'm just going to read the synopsis real quick. I'm not going to read the entire thing, just like a part of it.
Okay.
This is the world. What? This is the world ends. Is that a typo right there in the synopsis? This is the world ends. Yeah, they're missing how, I think. This is how the world ends, not with a bang, but a whatever. The whatever apocalypse. That's what Torre, a 20-something Cambridge coder, calls it after waking up one morning to find himself seemingly the only person left in the city. Once he finds Robbie and Carol, two equally disoriented Harvard freshmen, he realizes he isn't alone, but the name sticks, whatever apocalypse. But it doesn't explain where everyone went. It doesn't explain how the city became overgrown with vegetation in the space of a night, or how wild animals with no fear of humans came to roam the streets. And it seems to go in, say more about like crazy weather, crazy temperature, blah, blah, blah. Survivors, yada, yada, yada. I don't know. So, I don't know. It just seems interesting. That really threw me off. That first sentence had a typo. And then I downloaded, well, I actually purchased on sale. I bought it for like $3.99 or something.
Nice.
The first Mazerunner book. Mazerunner by James Dashner. And I have this in my head where I like want to read, I guess YA, but like popular dystopian YA, or popular from when I was a little bit younger and stuff. So like The Hunger Games, and I just read all of the Divergent books when I listened to them, except for the novella one that she published. I haven't read that one because it's not on Everand and I don't care that much. But so like Hunger Games, Divergent, obviously I've read Twilight, blah blah blah. That's not dystopian, but you get the drift. I've never read Mazerunner though, and I think I would really enjoy it. So I want to read Mazerunner, and then I want to read the 100, which a lot of people are like, I didn't know that was a book, and I'm like, yeah, I like the show. I haven't finished the show. I had started that show like 4 times, and I only ever get to season 3, and then I get distracted, and like that's it.
Maybe you should start with season 3, and maybe you can move past it.
Nah. So I want to read those as well, but I don't have them. I was going to go ahead and start the 100, or well, not start it, but purchase it first, because I think in my head I might like the Mazerunner more. So I'm going to save the best for last. But it was more expensive than the Mazerunner, so I just bought the Mazerunner instead. Then another fair. Yeah, right. Another Kindle Unlimited is The People Next Door by Keri Beevis. It is a every time I see her name, Beavis and
I'm
Butthead.
sorry.
Every time. Sorry, Keri. It is a thriller. So this is the synopsis for this. It's shorter than the other one, so I'll probably read the whole thing.
Okay.
Her new house has a mysterious past, and her new life in the English countryside is about to take a dark turn. When Ellie and Ash move into a beautiful old house in rural Norfolk, England, they believe they found the perfect home. Intrigued by the people next door, Ellie befriends shy but sweet Benjamin, and as time goes by, becomes ever more curious about his elusive sister, Virginia. But when she discovers that her new home has a darker past and that Ash has been keeping secrets, what she thought was a perfect life in the countryside begins to unravel. Is her best friend to be trusted? Are the new neighbors all that they really seem? And why is her new puppy so obsessed with the cellar? Okay, I haven't read the synopsis. Most worrying of all is the mystery of what happened to the former occupants of the house. And there's that's all I'm gonna read. I haven't read that synopsis. My mom said, you need to read this book and tell me if you understood it or got it like I got it or whatever. Like if we see the same thing.
Yeah.
And so it's on Everand, but I decided I didn't want to listen to it. I don't know why. And it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I downloaded it.
Nice.
And yeah, that's my haul. That's my book haul. I don't know if there's other things.
That's a good book haul.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks. And I've lost track. Obviously, lately I've lost track of my hauls. So, like, whether or not I've actually hauled it or whatever.
Right.
So I might be, 1 or 2 off. Not sure.
Well, it's still a good haul. Are you going to read any of those anytime soon?
Yes. Funny you should ask. I am actually currently reading The People Next Door by Keri Beevis, the thriller one. I'm only 14% through. I'm slowly reading it at night, or maybe in any other time of the day that I feel like it, but typically just at night.
Yeah.
So
when Stetson's in bed.
Yeah. And I'm like under the covers with my Kindle up against my face.
Probably bad for your eyes, Brooke.
Yeah, probably. Boy, I thought I was gonna fall asleep sitting on the couch up there watching plane videos on YouTube. I was like, man, I was crocheting. I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, man, I am sleepy.
I got stuck behind a train for 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours yesterday, and I almost fell asleep twice sitting there waiting for the train to go.
Yeah.
Go on. What a waste of a day.
That is wild. And you were just stuck there, like there was no way you could turn around.
No, because the median is there's a cement. I guess it's like a planter box kind of because it's got the grass in the middle.
Oh, okay.
But my car sits too low to the ground to go over it.
Right.
One of my coworkers was like, "You should just gone over the median." I said, "No, because then I would have got stuck on the median."
Yeah, you'd have been teetering.
Then I would have been like,
right.
"Can you come get me off this median?"
Yeah.
And it's funny because one of our other coworkers said she texted her husband and said, "Can I?" She took a picture and sent it to him. She said, "Can the car go over this?" And he said, "Yeah." Her car sits a little bit higher off the ground than mine.
Yeah.
And she said it was scraping the bottom of her car when she went over. And he goes, "What's that noise?" And she goes, "You told me I could go over the median." Like, well,
jeepers.
If anything broke, it's his fault. So,
right. Yeah.
That's why I didn't go over the median. But I will say I was jealous because I didn't know she was in line. You know what? That makes me think that it must have been 4 o'clock in the morning because she gets in there at 4 to make the biscuits.
Oh.
So it was before 4 when this train derailed. We need a group text message so that we can warn each other.
That's crazy.
Joey, that was Miss Connie. You know her. No one else knows her. Joey was like 3 cars in front of me. And I was sitting there thinking, because last time this happened to both of us, and he said he was thinking about me last time, and I was thinking about him this time. I was like, if Joey's in line, I could just leave my car here and get in his truck and go to work.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that, right? And I see Joey, and the only reason I knew it was him because it was 4:50 in the morning. He stuck his head out the window. I probably was too far away when I said that. He stuck his head out the window. And I could see like his hat and his I could tell he had a beard. So I was like, that's Joey. And I was like, he's getting ready to go over the median. That jerk.
I didn't
say that jerk, but I was like, I really was like, what if I just left my car here?
Should just flagged him down.
I really thought about it.
Yeah.
And that was only.
You're like, don't take me to work though. Drop me off somewhere else.
That was like only 10 to 15 minutes into my sit.
They'll never know. My car is here.
I know. That was the police. The police are going to tow my car.
Yeah.
So I didn't. I just sat there and I was like, guys, I don't know. And I thought it was going to be 30 minutes or so because that last time I got stuck there, it was 30 minutes. Come to find out there was a derailment.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What a waste of day. I drove all the way over there to work.
And you were like, I got to get gas.
Yeah. But, I had to turn the car off because I was already low on gas. And I knew I was going to have to get gas on the way home from work.
I'd have been stressed out.
I kind of was. I was listening to a book. I can't wait to tell you the name of the book when we get to back to the books. But I was sitting there and I was like, well, I'm just going to listen to my book. And I left the car running until it got to where it doesn't tell you how many miles till empty anymore. It just says low. And I said, well, this is getting risky. So I turned the car off.
Yeah.
And yeah. And so I was scheduled 5 to 11 yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And when I texted her that I was still in line, she said, Becky, whenever you get free, just go home. And the gas station.
When were you supposed to be off?
11.
Oh, right. I feel like you just said that.
I did. It's okay.
No.
The train got by. It was like 8 o'clock. And I went over and got gas, and the gas station's right next to work. So I went on over to work because, of course, I had to use the bathroom. I drank coffee on the way to work.
Yeah, you couldn't just, pee in your
car.
Sitting
there for 30 minutes and not using a gas station bathroom. Sorry.
Yeah.
Unless I absolutely have So I went inside and everyone was like, Becky! And I stayed there and talked to everyone for a little bit and we all laughed at me. So anyway, it was a good time. And then I went home. Yeah.
That is
It
crazy.
was crazy. I don't remember why I was telling you that story, but you're welcome, everybody. I know you wanted to know.
You know, I've never like, obviously, train cars, they get derailed every now and then
Right.
for whatever reason. But I never, ever, ever thought about it until we went on a train ride through Colorado
Were you worried?
Nebraska through Colorado into Utah.
Yeah.
And like, almost every little moment that like we weren't actively talking about something or eating dinner or sightseeing, it was like, what if this train derails? Like it just wouldn't stop, and I was like, we're fine. We're fine. Anyway, something that never would have come up in my head until I was on a train.
So funny.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Anyway, what have
Moving
you finished?
I think my birthday was after the last time we recorded. Would that be accurate?
I think so. Yeah, that was 2 days after.
Okay. I finished.
If we recorded, did we record last week? See, like, life is just a blur.
Wait, we didn't record last week because the girls were sick last week and we didn't want to get Stetson sick, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then the week before, it was 2 weeks ago we recorded. Yeah.
Something like that.
So we recorded on the 26th was the last day we recorded.
That's Memorial Day.
Oh, well, in that case, let me back up to what I finished on the 29th. I finished the Mystwick School of Musicraft.
Yay! I've read that.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
It's the first in a series of 3.
I have not read the rest of them.
Although technically there's a prequel.
A prequel?
It's called Camp Cacophony, and that's what I read before. Oh, actually it says number 5 next to it. But when I was listening to
Does it say 0.5?
Oh, it does say 0.5. Okay, because I was going to say when I was listening to it, it definitely was before she went to the school.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I finished on my birthday The Midnight Orchestra, which is the second book in the series, by Jessica Khoury, I think is how you... Then the next book I finished was The Dark Refrain, which is the last in the series. And then I read The Cask of Amontillado.
Amontillado?
It's Edgar Allan Poe. It's a short story.
Who's that?
I'm sorry. It was very creepy.
I'm funny. Okay.
So the Mystwick School of Musicraft, the series, is very good.
I liked the first one. I just never... once again, this is another series that didn't have anything after it published.
Oh, so you read the first one and then... Gotcha.
And then that was that, and I'm not going to go back and listen to them.
Oh, you should.
I liked it was the flutes and the clarinets and stuff.
And you should, because I think you could listen to the second one without needing to go back and listen to the first one.
Yeah, probably.
It does refer to some things that happened in the first one, but I think that you'd be fine.
They're also only on Audible, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. You can't go back
soon.
And listen to those.
I could probably use Fates if I really wanted to.
But it's really neat because there is one mystery that's kind of woven throughout all 3 of them, and it's solved in the third one. But the third one's really cool because they go back in time. There's a rift in the time because of magic. So, like, if you don't finish a magical spell with your instrument, magic goes crazy. And it, depending on the type of magic it is, you might start a fire, cause an explosion. Just depends on what you were trying to do before you didn't finish. And so there's a time she was performing a time spell with her flute, and she got interrupted. And that was at the end of the second book. So in the beginning of the third book, weird stuff is happening, and then you find out like halfway through that it's because she didn't finish her composition in the second book. And so like there's Tyrannosaurus Rex, so there's like a T-Rex running down the street of Germany,
And nobody remembers this?
not when it's all fixed, I don't think.
Yeah.
There's buses back in like the 1700s. There's a Ferrari that goes missing. It's wild, and they have to fix it, and also they solve another mystery. But I like how she ended the third one because it feels like there could be another one after that. Like honestly, she could write another one.
Yeah.
The Cask of Amontillado, I don't know. It's kind of creepy.
That makes sense.
They were in the catacombs, I think, if I understood correctly. And
really creepy.
It's only 19 minutes long to listen to.
Wow, you're really eating up these short stories.
I was trying. I think I'm on track or one book ahead now, finally.
Yeah.
But I felt like maybe the person that he was with got closed in at the end.
Oh gosh.
Or they found someone who was down there and they closed him in. I'm not sure which. I was driving, and I guess maybe I also wasn't. Sometimes my mind drifts when I'm listening to books, and it's only 20 minutes.
I understand.
So I probably shouldn't have drifted because
feel like apparently I may have found it boring.
It wasn't boring.
Or creepy.
It was very creepy, and listening to it at 4:00 in the morning in the dark, and strange things are happening, and I'm like, I think it would have been easier to read it to understand what was happening. I think, but at the end, I'm pretty sure somebody got closed up in a room underground.
So the catacombs freak me out. I mean, like, it's kind of like, it probably creeps most people out in a way. But there was a horror movie that came out.
This is why I don't watch horror movies.
They ruin certain things for you. Like barrels? No. Anyway. But there was a movie, and I think it's a horror movie, and I think it was called As Above, So Below. And it starts off in the catacombs and stuff, and like crazy things happen. Sort of like I think it's like a spin on like Dante's Inferno kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like it gets
freaky. That's the only book in that series that I've read is Inferno.
Oh, okay. I had it. I think I gave it to Emma.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Did.
And but yeah, that movie, I'm like, that was spooky.
That's crazy.
That was unsettling.
I DNF'd a book, and you're gonna be sad that I DNF'd it.
Okay.
I DNF'd Texas Ranger.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I got so worried that you were gonna say I started Station 11 and I DNF'd it.
Oh no. It was a good story, but there was way too much cussing for my life. And
I can't even remember if he cussed a lot.
Sound stupid to people who don't understand why I don't like cussing, but there have been other books that we read that had cussing in them, and it's different. And I still don't like it, but it's different if it's like once a chapter or once every couple pages. But when there's like 5 or 6 of them, boom, 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 like.
Yeah,
that's just.
Was it really that bad? I didn't, or frequent?
Yes,
I didn't realize that
the F word was a lot, and I mean I don't remember what chapter this was. Okay, I made it. Also, before I get there, so disappointed. I found it on Everand, and I didn't see that it said it was a preview. So I'm listening to it, and I get to chapter.
That thing
9.5. Like I didn't even get all the way through chapter 9, or I guess 8.5 because I got halfway through 9. It says your preview has ended, and I was like, well, I could just not listen to it, but it hadn't because it already did have bad language.
Yeah.
Or
and it's not on Kindle Unlimited or anything. I had to pay for it.
Or I could use a beloved Audible credit. So I used a beloved Audible credit.
Oh.
And chapter 10 is when I said, nope, I'm not listening to it anymore because they got into the fight at the funeral. Rory and Cal. They were just cussing up a storm at each other. I'm like, no, I don't know how much more cussing happens after this, but
dang.
It was not nice.
Yeah.
And I know people talk like that, but that doesn't mean I have to hear it.
Yeah.
Or read it.
Right.
So I DNF'd it.
That's sad.
That is sad.
I mean, it's not that sad. It's okay.
Do you want to know what I'm currently reading, or do you want to wait until after you do what you finish?
I'll go to what I finished.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what I finished.
Oh.
What date did you pick? The 26th or something like that?
Yeah, the 26th was when we recorded. So the first thing I finished after that was on the 29th.
If my thing will load. Okay. Let's see. The 26th, you say? Okay, well, the day before that, I finished Texas Outlaw by James Patterson, which was the second one in that series.
I think we talked about that.
I don't remember. Then I finished Insurgent by Veronica Roth, which is the second Divergent book.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't tell you what happened in the book. Then I finished Allegiant, which is the last one in the Divergent series, except for the novella she published after. And I like that one the most, actually, I think. So that one, can't remember much, but but our friend Faith had read them.
Yeah.
And she said, like, are you liking it? She saw I was reading them or whatever. She said, are you liking them? And I was like, yeah. But they're also like what's even happening? like almost like it's boring. But at the same time, I was like entertained enough to keep going. You know what I mean? Like, and it was not written bad or anything. Like, it was good. So I kept going. But she said I really don't remember. Like, she read them a long time ago. She's like, I don't remember anything about them. I just remember that when I read the last book, she got mad and she threw the book. And I was like, oh, I hope I feel the same emotions. The drama. So, Divergent and Insurgent, not bad. Stuff, see, and how do I explain this? Like, stuff happens, but it's like, I feel like it's supposed to feel bigger and more impactful to me than it did. If that makes sense, I guess.
Did it feel mundane?
Kind of. To me. To the characters, probably not. But to me, it did. So, but then the last one, it's like, it's not set like within their little city and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's set on the outskirts and whatnot. And like there's a rebellion rising up within the city, and then like a coup happening on the outskirts where they're staying with another group of people, and like they're thinking about doing stuff to the people in the city and blah blah, like all sorts of stuff. So like I felt like more was happening in that last one.
Yeah.
And it wasn't quite as like mundane, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. But then I got to like the end.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna spoil it.
Were you mad?
I wasn't mad. I was shocked though. The main character that you follow the entire time, like that's like your heroine. Ow. Like imagine Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games. Yeah. Like the head honcho, top girl. She dies.
Oh. That's why Faith threw the book,
yeah,
I bet.
I think it is. And like the last like 2 chapters are basically the love interest point of view.
Oh.
Where he's like having to continue life without her, and like everybody's grieving and coping and all of those things. And they talk about, you know, her and like her sacrifice and everything. So like, and I kept expecting, I was like, okay, they're from his point of view. He went to her funeral. They're going to spread her ashes, but is she alive? Like, you know, like, is she going to come back?
You thought it was going to be like a trick?
I was like, yeah, because most series that I've read, or books, you know, in general, they don't normally kill off the main character.
Right.
You know? So it's like, do I believe it? But no, she's dead. She's long gone, dead.
That's terrible.
So, and it was, I was shocked. I really was. Yeah, I messaged her and I said, I know why you threw the book now. And that actually happened. No, never mind. I can't spoil that. Spoil another book.
Spoiler alert.
That happened in another series. I won't say the name or anything, but it happened in another series, and it made me mad. Because, of course, it's also the last book in the installment, or last installment in the series. I can't use words, right? But, so it's like, why would you do that? But in the other series, it was then addressed later on that character wasn't dead. So I felt better about it.
It was a trick.
It was like a short story or
the
something.
trickery.
Yeah. The tomfoolery. Anyway, so that's why she threw the book, I'm pretty sure. And I think the last book was my favorite because of all the drama and death. I don't know.
Except the one death.
Yeah, except that. And then I read a book called, it's supposed to be a horror book, but it really wasn't that scary. It's called Watcher of the Woods by Skylar Dawn Cameron.
Uh-huh.
And, well, at first it was very creepy. But then, like, the further you get into it, it was like, it's really not that scary.
The less creepy it
Yeah,
got.
I was like, whatever.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, and if you're going to label it as a horror book, I kind of expect it to be much scarier.
To be top notch.
I need to not be able to sleep at night. Because of the book. I can already sometimes not sleep at night. But
that's just an old person thing.
Yeah, that is whatever. And it was pretty good though. I remember I texted you. I was like, I accidentally started a horror book because I kind of thought it was a thriller at first.
Uh-huh.
I knew nothing about it. Then I just started it, and then I was like, oh no, this is supposed to be a horror book, and it was creepy at first. And I said it was sort of like Stolen Tongues and We Used to Live Here, kind of. But those two were immensely creepier and scarier than this book.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Stolen Tongues I didn't read, but I remember that.
I don't think you'd want to read it.
No, I remember that you were disturbed by it. We Used to Live Here was fairly creepy.
It was pretty creepy.
I just hated how it ended, but anyway.
Yeah.
We could have ended it better.
Yeah, we could have. Then I finished a book called Lost in Time by A.G. Riddle. I have had this book on my Kindle for so long. And I was like, I should read this because it really sort of seemed mysterious and like lost. And in the synopsis, it mentions dinosaurs and I think it said Triassic period. And like you get thrown back to where the dinosaurs are. You got to survive, whatever. So I was like, oh, this is going to be a wild ride. And it is sort of a wild ride, but it is way more about the people who are not surviving around dinosaurs than it is about the man surviving around dinosaurs. But it was good. So there's a group of people who created this like scientific breakthrough machine, and what they wanted to do with it was like teleport packages places.
Oh,
I was like, oh yeah,
that's clever,
right? Then they ended up accidentally creating a time machine. So then, because of that, they made some deal with the U.S. government where the worst of the worst people, criminals, are going to get sent back in time. And that's their life sentence. You're not getting them back. So they're like, okay, cool. They become rich off of that. And then one of the founders of this machine, and okay, two of them, a man and a woman, they're both, there's like 4, I think, founders of it. They start dating, whatever. That's irrelevant, kind of. She ends up murdered.
Oh.
And there's like video proof that he was at her house shortly before she was found. So they're like, we think you did it. And so they end up sending him back. And like that part, it was like, oh, my heart's racing.
Wait, have you
know?
talked about this book before? Because that sounds familiar.
I think I've talked about starting it.
Okay.
Like, I think I've read the synopsis on here.
Oh, okay.
But then he gets sent back in time, and you follow that point of view at a certain point, and it's entertaining. But the rest of the story is then about like his daughter trying to get him back, and then she has to go back in time and becomes a main character that you met before, but she like changes her identity and everything. Like it's a whole weird like loop cycle.
Yeah.
Because they end up breaking it. But it then follows her for like the majority of the book. And I'm like, okay, like it's interesting. Like if I went into this knowing it wasn't really about his experience as much, like it's still a good book.
Right.
But I was like, man, I wanted him to fight off dinosaurs, you know? More than he did, because he had to survive at some point.
Right.
It was good. A little less
what I was disappointing. A little bit.
A little bit. A little bit. What are you currently reading?
I'm currently reading.
I'm gonna forget. I haven't looked on Storygraph.
You are going to freak out. The Last Murder at the End of the World.
Oh my god! You're reading this book. I have.
I'm reading that book.
Oh my god!
It is so good.
How far are you in it?
I am.
I can't believe you.
Hold on.
You said, what a plot twist. I haven't looked on your Storygraph. I almost did.
I only have 4 hours left.
Shocking.
It's so good.
A shocking twist within the podcast. Oh my gosh. Is it better than Devil in the Dark Water?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going to like it a lot?
I think you will love it.
Woo!
There's already been, that's a plot twist. That's a plot twist. That's a plot twist. There's been like 3 plot twists, I believe. Or not, maybe not plot twists, but revelations that changes your whole view on certain things.
I do need to read it. I do need to read it.
And I'm interested to see how it ends. What is happening right now is, I'm pretty sure we're at the climax. Like, we're getting ready to find out who did it. Not sure how that's going to happen. And I can't tell you why, because you haven't read it, and I don't want to spoil it.
And I want to read it.
But
you can't tell me anything.
It is so good.
Oh, man.
I love the characters. I like how he has written this is really good. I want to listen to it all the time, honestly.
Okay.
So
that's high praise. That's high praise. I want to listen to it all the time.
I feel like I really do.
Wow.
I was actually as disappointed as I was at being as disappointing as it was to be stuck at that train for 3 hours. I got some good listening done.
That was like the one thing I thought of. I was like, even if I had like barely any gas, I would have turned the car off. And if I couldn't go over medium or whatever, I'd have read.
I did.
I'd have been getting some reading done.
I did. I was like, don't go to sleep. Stuff is happening.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So I might then read that pretty.
You should. You should definitely, so we can talk about it.
I know.
I mean, it's so good. Like, I don't think there's been a slow moment in the book. Like, there's not been anything boring about the book at all. To me.
Not a lot of cussing then either?
I haven't noticed any cussing.
I don't think there was a lot in the other one either.
No.
It may have been like
and it was little
old.
It was little words that, God doesn't put them on a scale, but humans do.
Right.
Like, they're on a scale of 1 to 10, they were ones versus, in my opinion, the F word that people love to throw around here and there is high on my list of, I don't like it.
Yeah. No thanks. Yeah. Okay. Well, that leads me to a question then. Wait, sorry. What is that all you're currently reading?
That's all I'm currently reading.
Okay. I didn't want to
I don't have time to listen to anything else. I got to find out what's going on.
I gotta know. That was sort of how I felt when I read Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. But yeah, I was like, sorry, Stetson. You fall back asleep back in the car seat. We're gonna keep driving around because I gotta know. I gotta know what happened to this girl. Yeah. So that leads me to a question then.
Yes.
I know I texted you about if you wanted to do a certain book for a book club.
Yes.
But that's really for selfish reasons.
Yes,
because,
I know.
Because I want to read it. But it probably will have decent cussing in it. If I had to.
Worse than.
It could go, you never know with Stephen King. It could be like real bad or.
What was that one book club book we did that was supposed to be that I was I could have been more freaked out about it, but it wasn't as scary as you thought it was going to be. The
Goblin?
the hotel. No, Goblin was really good. The one
Goblin was good, but wasn't that scary.
One where all these people were living in this apartment building that was really old.
Lock every door.
Yes, lock every door.
I can think of that.
Yeah. You don't know if the cussing's worse than that, or
if I just had to guess based on my past having read Stephen King, it's probably bad. So we don't have to do that book. I just know I want to read it really soon because it's like 4 novellas within the book, and I think we should do a short story collection regardless because I think that's really fun.
Yeah.
To talk about each one, but it has a short story novella, whatever, called Life of Chuck, which is becoming a movie, and everybody's talking about how beautiful and amazing the movie is. Because Stephen King doesn't just write horror.
Right.
But I also don't know about the other novellas in the book, if they're horror, how much cussing they have. Like, I don't really know. But everyone's like, Life of Chuck is so beautiful. It's an amazing story about the complexities of human nature and like what it means and stuff. You know, all the things that I love.
We can still do that. I'll probably use my credit on one of my credits. I have.
Well, we could also find another one. Because I don't want you to not enjoy it. Because I can almost guarantee it's going to be in there. I don't know the severity of it, like 1 to 10. But there have been top tier 10s that I've read. So we can
talk about it some more.
About that. So then, because of that question, I was going to then finish what I'm currently reading.
Okay.
Which is The Texas Murders by James Patterson, because I'm physically reading it, obviously.
Yes.
So I was going to finish that.
Yeah.
Then if we were going to read If It Bleeds, maybe read that. But there's also something else I might read with somebody else coming up soon. So I just don't know. But then maybe I'll just read this instead. I keep wanting to say The Murder at the End of the World, but I think that's actually another book.
Yeah. I do want to say one thing about the last murder at the end of the world. It's so funny because they talk about books in the book, and they mention some characters, and a couple of characters that they mention are characters from The Devil in the Dark Water.
Really?
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah, I thought so. I was like, the first time they said their names, I was like, I'm pretty sure. And then they said the names again. I was like, that is them. I know that that's them.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny.
That is funny. I like when authors do silly things like that. Silly things or intriguing things.
Like they were talking about Hercule Poirot and Sherlock Holmes, and then they mentioned these guys.
And you're like,
I can't remember their names now, but when they said them, like, anyway, it was the characters, the lead characters who were working together or whatever. Yeah. They were friends. It named them, and then the one guy ended up being a bad guy, really.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I thought it was funny, and when you get to it, you'll be like, that's what Becky was talking about.
That's fun. Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know, because I also wanted to read Cell by Stephen King, and I keep pushing that away
for other things.
Yeah. I'm also currently reading. Oh, I already told you. I think The People Next Door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you that. That's pretty much it. That's all I'm reading. Yeah. That's it. I can't believe I can't believe you pulled a fast one on me.
Well, when you texted me that picture, I thought, oh, that's a pretty book. And then when you said that it's by the guy who wrote Devil in the Dark Water, I was like, oh, well, I like his writing because I enjoyed that book.
Yeah.
This book is better.
Oh my gosh.
And it's more.
I might just read it next.
It's more intriguing, I would say.
Yeah.
The mystery. There's more than one mystery, actually.
How's the end of the world aspect to it?
It's terrifying.
Okay.
Sort of.
All right.
I mean, and also,
does it play a pretty decent big role?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very important.
Other than obviously ending the world, but
well, it's kind of a main character.
It's giving Fog Monster from Lost. No, I'm still don't enough.
I can't tell you
enough.
But yes, it plays a major role, and it gets more intense once the murder's been committed.
Okay.
The murder does not happen, I think, until like halfway through the book.
Oh.
So things are moving along really quickly trying to find the murderer. But I didn't even realize, like, there's only 4 hours left, right? I didn't even realize the book was halfway through when it happened. Like, it's a very fast-paced book.
I like that. It's kind of a shame that the Texas Ranger books have more cussing than I realized.
I mean...
And, like, the severity of it, but... Because they're very quick.
You physically read it too, right?
Well, yes, on my Kindle. I read the first two on the Kindle.
So, like, I feel like when you physically read, it's less impactful. Mm-hmm. Because you can skip...
thrown in your ears.
Yeah, you can skip over those words.
I do.
You can almost ignore them in a way that you can't do when you're listening. Mm-hmm. like whenever I hear someone say it at work, and I'm like, not everyone likes that word. Can we not use it, please?
Like, why can't we just have a conversation without?
Right.
Without
like
cussing.
even if I did cuss, I would not use that word.
Yeah.
There's several words that I would not use even if I did cuss, and that's one of them. But yeah, and it's harsher on your ears.
Yeah.
When you're not used to actually hearing that.
Yeah.
On a regular basis. So I think that it's probably just easier to physically read it than it is to listen to it.
Yeah. I know I'm enjoying the Texas Ranger series, like the story of it. I'm enjoying it. It's very quick paced. It's like watching an action TV show. Yada yada. So yeah, I think I breeze over the cuss words. I'm more likely to that way. But I also read Verity by Colleen Hoover a while ago because our lovely friend Katie really wanted me to. And I enjoyed the story. I swear, like kind of like you said, it being like so many times in the chapter, I swear I physically read the paperback or whatever, doesn't matter. I swear on each page it was like the F word 5 times on each page,
that's
constantly.
crazy.
And then another thing that's not even a cuss word, but it's just gross. And I was like, please stop saying this. Making me very uncomfortable. But the story was good, but I couldn't ignore that. I was like, you're like getting up there.
Now you're going too far.
Yeah. So like I understand. And of course you can DNF whatever you want. Except Station 11.
I really didn't want to DNF it because I was like, man, Brooke really loved this book. Like she said it was really good.
It was just
and I get the story is good. I could tell the story is good.
Yeah.
They ruined it with the cussing.
Yeah.
And it used to be that the good guys didn't cuss and the bad guys did.
Right.
And they were like, well, they're a bad guy, so of course they're gonna cuss. And like, okay, I can see your reasoning. But what I don't understand is if the bad guy's gonna cuss, okay, why does the good guy have to do that too?
Right.
That scene, by the way, was very dramatic.
Yeah.
And I was very disappointed in Rory.
Yeah. Get
it together, man.
I think I might be wrong, remembering it wrong, but I can't remember if they fight twice. And was it only inside the bar or was it outside the bar?
Oh, it was at the funeral.
Oh, right. Okay. So they fight at a bar too.
Okay.
They fight at a bar too then. Not that it matters to you because you're done with it. So they do fight more than once. But yeah, it's all they have a bar fight like outside the bar and it's like y'all both need
can
to
you please get it together?
Sit down in timeout.
Right. And the other two exes. And the fact that Rory actually pushed down one of the girls.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me? You're supposed to be a gentleman. What are you doing?
You're supposed to be the one we like? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. So I'm going to have to ask you who did it when we're done.
Yeah.
Who done it? All right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, guys. Well, you're going to have to listen to us on audio for a while. We're so sorry about that. But we promise we have good things coming, and we do actually have videos at some point.
They're there.
Coming your way. So.
Yeah, this is like halfway through the year. So
it's so funny because my sister was like, "You guys have another season? Did you stop recording?"
My mom keeps saying, "Are y'all gonna like publish any episodes?" I'm like, "Yes, at some point."
So you're welcome for this episode.
Yeah.
And we promise that we do have other stuff for you guys. We're just having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Stressful technical difficulties.
So, as always, thank you for listening. It's wonderful to know that there are so many kindred spirits in the world. Keep listening, please. And watch and wait for next time. Until next time, stay happily booked.
I'm gonna have to play it again.
You should leave this part in.